Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to episode 14 of 100 Reasons to Become Muslim. Today we are discussing resurrection on the Day of Judgment. As you can imagine, the belief that human beings will die, decompose, lose their entire material essence, and then they would become resurrected after that and a reckoning would take place. This is a hard concept for the pagans of Arabia and for the atheists of today to digest. They say that nothing will happen to us. We're just going to become dust. We're going to decompose. We're going to become worm food. And that's the end of that. There's nothing after life. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala clearly refutes this, and He refutes this in a manner that indicates its own truth, right? It's a miraculous refutation. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has one refutation for this where He says, Allah will certainly bring you back even if you become stone or iron. Okay? What is referred to here? What does it mean to become stone or iron? Today we understand that fossilization takes place when the bones or the hard remains of an animal actually convert into stone, right? So this is one type of fossilization. What you may not have been aware of actually is that there are multiple types of fossilization. And Allah is referencing that here in the Quran when He says iron, that you can become iron. Meaning that there's another type of fossilization called pyritization, where the bones actually convert into iron because of the iron-rich environment in which they are being fossilized, right? And so these two forms of fossilization are being clearly called out, that it does not matter to Allah whether you become a fossil, whether you decay into the wind. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who created you the first time, and He is the one who can create you again with ease. In another place, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that the human being thinks that they will never be resurrected, but rather Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will recreate you down to the fingertip. And it's very telling that the word fingertip is used here, right? Linguistically, what is understood is like from tip to tip, right? That from detail down to the finest detail, you will be brought back. But what's interesting is that the detail in question is the fingertip, which houses the fingerprint, a unique identifier for the human being. Meaning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not just going to recreate the body of the person, but their very identity down to the unique identifier that makes them who they are. And so this proves without a doubt that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows the human being. He knows the heavens and the earth. He knows the natural world. And He is sovereign over it such that He can resurrect you and He can bring you to account for every good and for every bad thing that you've ever done.